This is Dave with Echo Zulu Cruising. We're getting ready to do a quick overnight. It's a pretty windy day today, getting ready to leave the dock. Just wanted to show our departure checklist, part of what we do when we're heading out. We always use our cruising log just to keep track of the hours on the engines and the weather conditions when we're leaving. Let me show you how we reset some of the charts. The first thing we do before heading out, we want to get rid of the track lines from when we've been cruising around over the last week. So we click in on info, go to user data, go to tracks, and then clear active tracks. These are going to get rid of the lines that are all over there from our last couple trips. After we clear the track, we're going to check our fuel, which you can see we're almost full on the tanks. We look at gallons used, 9.7. We have 210 gallon fuel capacity, so we have about 200 miles range. We're going to go into information, trip, that we check the hours that have been used so far. We log those on the engines of 90.5. We don't reset the trip each time. We do it per fill up on fuel. So with those checked, we'll go through the rest of the checks, but we make sure those are logged in the logbook before we get underway. Parting, we finish our checks and how to head out of our marina heading north. We pass through downtown Fernandina. A sailboat with a mast down reinforces it's a windy day as we head into Cumberland Sound. So someone today asked what the Sweetest Thing handled like in bigger seas, so we headed out in 20-mile-an-hour winds to sea. We're in the inlet, so it's not fully open. Probably got 1 to 3 foot seas. We're running 20 knots, and we're able to hold really pretty steady. She rides well. We're trimmed just to stay even. We're going to head out for an overnight in a protected cove, but crossing here, we really do handle the seas pretty well, and we really have not had any problems both with steering or holding control, and because of the cabin, we're staying dry. So we'll see how it keeps going, but thanks for the request for going out, and it gives us a chance to be in the biggest seas we've been in, which are not terrible, but definitely rolling and definitely blowing. After playing in the waves in Cumberland Sound, we continue north past Cumberland Island, and we enter Brickhill River near marker 60. Now, the south entrance of Brickhill River can be shallower and shoals, so if you draw more than about 4 feet, it's better to come in from the north end. We continue our trip, searching for wildlife as we go. Alicia is stationed at the bow to capture the scene, and she sees dolphin and some birds I can't identify before we arrive at our favorite spot on Brickhill River in Cumberland Island. Now, when anchoring in Georgia, you need to check the Georgia Department of Natural Resources website for their restrictions on anchoring to ensure you're in an approved location, so check that out before you anchor, but this is such a gorgeous spot. We're out at Cumberland Seashore, Brickhill River, where we're going to anchor out for the night. It's one of our favorite spots. There's a pretty good wind. It's about 17 knots still blowing. But this is pretty sheltered, pretty nice spot to be. We're in 10 feet of water at just above low tide, so we don't need to worry about it being shallower than that at any point. And one of the many nice things about the 1095 is the ability to anchor from in the cabin when the wind's blowing. So we're just gonna let out the anchor from in here and let out about 70 feet so that we can hold in the wind. Let the wind kind of pull us back some. After anchoring, we configure the salon as a couch and relax and read in the great light. We make shrimp scampi for dinner. You can check out the video. It's a great 2-pot meal. Alicia clearly loves it.
Dave's always a great cook, but cooking and eating out on the water, even better. Cheers.
While watching the sunset, we were accosted by a mildly threatening pelican. I ran and hid. Alicia tried to bring him home.
Are you mine now? Do you want to come home? Are you trying to get warm?
After surviving a pelican attack. 2 tips you can use to sleep better at night is first, set the anchor alarm on a Garmin Quatix watch, in this case for 160 feet. And second, using the active Captain app on a phone, you can mirror the chart plotter display so that if you wake up, you can check your drift on your watch, you can check your location on your chart plotter, and fall blissfully back to sleep. After our restful night's sleep, we woke to a gorgeous sunrise and started our trip home, seeing some of the famous wild Cumberland horses and our very first sighting of the impressive and mildly intimidating nuclear submarine under escort. That's so cool. Please subscribe, like, and comment with any questions you may have about our boat as we get underway after being cleared by the Coast Guard to head home to clean up after our one-night 55-mile or 88-kilometer journey. Coming into our marina, we maneuver with just the throttles as we head in. We have a hard starboard turn, then a hard port turn into our slip, taking both those slowly. We have one touch on the bow thruster to keep us even, and then we're home. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, be safe, be happy, and have fun.